Well, today we're gonna be replacing the awning fabric on our patio awning here. And this is a motorized awning. It's made by A&E, which is no longer around. They're now part of Dometic. It's the 20-year-old awning fabric that's still on there, and it's been holding up, but I've got some tape and patches around, so it's definitely time to replace it. I recently just put new fabric and fixed the slide toppers on the RV, so this is going to be a matching fabric that I got from Tough Top Awnings. Last year I replaced the awning motor on here, so I'm somewhat familiar with it. There's one step that I don't have to worry about that I did on our Class C, which had a manual awning, and it's going to make it a lot easier. So let's go ahead and do some prep and get started. Now the first thing I'm going to do is up here on the roof, I need to remove a couple of set screws. Now there's one on either end, and what this does is it keeps the awning fabric centered so that these brackets here line up when it's closed. But you can see here that I've got some tape already, just kind of keeping this together, but just a couple of short little set screws here. There's one, and there's going to be one on the other side. This one's, yeah, maybe I'll replace that. Okay, here's that other little rusty set screw. All right, so the first step is to remove the old fabric, and I'm just going to keep it about that far extended. Let's close it up. All right, right up. So these gas struts right here that are mounted inside the arms here are actually going to push those arms out. So what we want to do is strap this down so when we remove everything, this whole thing stays in place and doesn't come shooting out. Now I have a couple of these Velcro straps that I've used before when I did the motor replacement, and they work pretty good. So we'll do one on this end, and we'll do the same on the other end. Have Melissa do the one on the other end. Now if we look at the left hand side here, inside that roller tube is a spring, but with the arms bound like that, it's not going to unroll. So what we have to do is pin that roller tube, but we can't really rotate it until we remove the motor on the other side, which is holding it. All right, well I have to drill out these rivets. There's 3 of them, but before I do that I need to disconnect power to this motor, and there's just a little plug back here. It's probably behind a piece of plastic covering it, so we'll do that. There we go, there's the plug. So power is disconnected. Now we can remove the motor. I'm just going to drill it out first, and then we need to remove this little bolt right there. There we go. All right, now the motor is released, but to remove it from the arm here, I need to undo this bolt, and it's maybe a 10 millimeter, but I just use a 7/16 for this, and that holds this end piece inside the arm here. So we'll undo this. Oh, and we'll drop it on the ground. All right, stay in place there. There we go. Now we pull it out. I'm gonna hand that to Melissa. Now, while we go work on the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this in place. I have a little trick to do that. Let me use this clamp here. Otherwise somebody can just hold it, but that's kind of a pain in the butt. So just gonna use a broom. There we go. Slide it in. unroll it a little bit, and then that'll just stay put. There you go, that works. All right, now here on the left side, I can go ahead and pin it with this little pin I made. You just kind of have to rotate it until you find the sweet spot, and then you should be able to slide it through till it gets to the other side. You see it came out the other side. So just going to go ahead and leave it like that for now. All right, now I can remove this bolt on this side, which will allow me to lift this whole thing off of the arm. And since I pinned it, it's not going to go unraveling on me, I hope. Been there, done that, man. Get out. There we go. Oh. There we go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hold this, and Melissa's going to take the broom out of the other end, and we're just going to unroll it and just kind of walk it down the ladder. Oh, leave the broom in. There you go. I think what we're going to do is remove the bottom roller from the awning first, and then we'll remove the whole thing from the track. Just I think that might be a little easier, but before I do that, I need to mark here on the roller tube what we're doing. So there's going to be two things that we'll thread in here. So it's going to be the valance side. Just make sure that we get it right. Put a little V there, and then I'm just going to put an A for the awning side. We also have the this little piece inside here that's probably wrapped around the end and goes inside the end cap here. So we're gonna have to break that, probably one on each, and let's deal with that. So pushed on it and it's released. Okay, nice. Now we can go ahead and pull the roller out from this way. Just go ahead and pull and I'll hold the awning. It is big. Okay. Now let's see if we can pull this whole thing off. I'll work around this arm here. I could probably cut it, but we'll just deal. All right, before we slide it off, I think it's going to be easier to cut off the bulk of the awning here, and it's going to make it easier to get around those arms. So, got a fresh knife blade in here, and let's do this. All right, walk it that way. All right, so we can see on this side here, this is the gross side, which is the top. So this is going to be going into the track. You can see there's still a bit of fabric here, so the new fabric is going to be a little section here that feeds into the rail on the RV. And the rest of this is going to be two other of these beads that are going to feed into this. So let's go ahead and just cut this off, and we'll remove it, and we'll see what it looks like. If it's real dirty and stuff, I think what I'll do is probably take this and clean it up. Maybe give it a refresh, little paint job, and then we'll put the new one on. Yep.
Good plan.
Sound like a plan? Let's get this off. Good workout.
Right.
You gotta be aggressive with it. Give it a jolt. Okay, right to the end. So right here I can see that it is pinched, so it's crimped right here on the end. I was looking for that, so it's making it difficult to get this last piece off. So what I'll do is try to bend it back. All right, let's clean that up, but I think I can get it out. There we go. Top. So it's been raining off and on. It's gonna rain I think tomorrow, so I'm just gonna take a day and get this cleaned up, painted, and then we'll wait for a break in the weather and we'll come back to it, put the new fabric on.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. Take it all.
Yeah. Practice, and come back for the rest.
All right, well today is a new day and I spent some time and got the that metal protective wrap thing all cleaned up, repainted, and it's looking pretty good.
Looks so much better.
So yeah, we also, you know, unwrapped our fabric that we got from Tough Top Awnings, same color as the slide toppers. So got that laid out, kind of have it laid out here in the driveway. I want to just kind of set it up the way it's going to look on the RV, and we'll start feeding these things into the correct tracks. Now it's the first time we've ever done this particular awning, so we're going to give it a go. But you know, if we did this all the time and we'd just have this process down, but yeah, who does that? All right, that went in pretty good. Move it out a little bit. We're gonna have to move it anyway. The ladder's up. All right. All right, well this is gonna be the bit of a tricky part because the RV's on a slight angle, so the front is pretty high. So we're gonna use my truck here as a kind of a ladder and one of us is going to hold it while the other one tries to kind of fish it down the track. So let's see how this goes.
You got it! All right, you're through.
All right, now we try to get the tube slid into here. I'm going to squirt some more of this dry lube in here, all the way down. Make it easier. All right, so Melissa and I are going to now roll this up like this towards the RV. I'm going to place this motor for this side at the top, so I'll just slide that in when I get to the top. Oh, let me know when you get your set in there.
Okay.
Good?
Now this one's rotated this way. You rotated and it rotated this forward.
It should have locked in there.
It didn't lock in.
We had some trouble getting everything lined back up again, but the roller's back in place, and I think we're good to go. We just need to remove the pin on the spring on this end and rivet the motor back in and remove the straps and then we should be able to test this, bring it in and out a few times, get it lined up. So now I know there's multiple ways to approach this particular project. We were just kind of winging it, and it showed, because we're all like, oh, that was tough. Okay, rivets are going in. To them all. Woohoo! Awesome! Yay! Just like it's supposed to be. I like it. All we need is some rain, which is going to come really quick. Look at that. Well, be sure to check out those videos that I did about the slide topper fabric replacement and the fixes that I did to slide toppers to get them to work again. Yeah, if you're interested in these Tough Top Awnings too, go check that out, toughtopawnings.com. There's a code, RV with Tito, for I think 5% off, a discount. So go check that out, or just tell them you want the RV with Tito deal. But yeah, this is a bit challenging at parts for this this project. I still got to do some adjustment, put the set screws in and make sure everything's all tidied up. But I think we're going to call it a wrap for now.
Yes.
All right. Well, hope this video was interesting, got something out of it, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one. All right.